Enroll, boy. What you doing this morning, boy? There go that boat, Henry. Oh, Enroll. Now this is your style. This is what you talking about. You want a boat? There go a boat for you. A boat for your ass, Henry. You are talking big dog style. Well, there you go. This is the beginners. Don't worry about it. And listen, me and you, we on the same team. If you're gonna do something, do it bigger than do it big. Well, there you go, Henry. There you go, boy. As you say, there you go, boy. What you doing, boy? You tell Lero, you didn't scrub the deck. You didn't scrub the deck. You supposed to. Oh, Henry, man. Henry, my ass, man. You know you're supposed to swab the deck. Yeah, he might not like being told what to do, but when Henry is the captain, you can get on the boat or get off the boat. But there you go, Henry. My nigga, man. Everybody else wrote you off. Forgot about you. I didn't. You asked me about a boat. There go a boat, man. Oh, bull sugar aside. There you go, man. Now, if I know you, this really what you're talking about. I mean, you have a piece of a bass boat, but this is what you're talking about. Something you can get out there and stroke in the water with. Get some red snappers, as you say. A red snapper. Well, Lawrence got brought Mama Shirley down to the spot so she could purify her feet in the waters of Mobile, Alabama. Let me see. Let me see if I can set y'all up real quick, man. I was gonna wait till I got up to the museum, then I said, wait a minute. Why walk by? Let me see if I can get y'all one right quick. We're gonna go here to the museum. They should be open. They working on the truck. So whilst they're working on the truck, we're just gonna go over here and take the opportunity. Go up in the museum right quick. Guess they getting that shit together for Kosovo, you know. They need to be. Get that shit over with already. The Hummer. It should be open by now. Get some footage. Pinky Dabney. Old lady Dabney. Now you gotta pay attention to what I say. It ain't disrespectful. All her children is grown. So now she an old lady. She earned every bit of that. She raised her kids, man, by herself. And she's still kicking, you dig? And James now, what's happening, James? You know you gotta put a little, use the maintenance, man. You gotta keep some oil, have your oil can ready. But, Molo, how you gonna tell me, and listen, you listen up right good, James. A good maintenance man have his oil can ready to put right in every little nook and cranny that might ache. You dig? keep his oil can ready. That's all. Yeah, let's go ahead and see what they got going on in here, Mike. Morning.
First time you visit?
Yep.
Thanks for coming in. There's no charge. We just operate on donations. Take pictures and videos if you'd like. Just please don't touch the trucks or exhibits.
All right. That sounds great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
There's that federal diesel right there. The 1926 truck. This truck came out 5 years after Grandma Eleanor Apgar Turner was born. And let's see, 22 years after Grandma good Lord, I got my own grandma name, and that's a lot because I know my grandma. Let's see. Lucinda, my bad. You said it took you that long to remember your grandma's name? Man, no. I was just hesitating. And 22 years after Lucinda was born. Actually, she was born in the year of the Browning 12 gauge, was it Auto Light Browning. And in fact, his name is John Browning. Harvey, Lucinda, and Jethro, and Eleonora, and Jethro Moore. Got them all beat. He was born in 1887. All right, y'all, here we go.
We restored this truck in-house and just completed it earlier this spring.
We're going to go 1910, right?
EQSW. Welcome back to the Wakey Truck Museum. I'm here with our 1948 EQSW. Woohoo!
1810. Chevrolet. Yeah. Have it rolling. Got that Metropolitan color. Let's see, it's a 1958. Engine is a 235 C1 Thrift Master inline 6-cylinder engine, 4-speed manual transmission. This truck was purchased for the Iowa 80 Trucking Museum in fall of 2020 and features a factory installed NAPCO power pack, 4-wheel drive. Let's see. Chevrolet began installing the NAPCO power pack and factory in the late 1956, but stopped after 2 years when they decided to redesign the front end of this style. I see about 1.1 million Chevrolet Apache pickup trucks were produced in 1958, which was their first year of production. Based on the VIN, we estimate that this truck was manufactured in Janesville, Wisconsin, which was the oldest operating GM plant until production ceased in April of 2009. This truck style debuted with a wraparound windshield, 12-volt electrical system, and a customizable color palette. This turquoise and ivory paint scheme is just one of the options that were offered by Chevrolet at the time. Yeah, you can't beat old Chevy. It's still, you can whoop it, you can beat it, you can do what you want. It's still gonna start right back, get right back up. It'll run when won't nothing else run. Listen. I'm gonna tell you the absolute truth. There go a 1971 truck, Jeep, a J-6 Golden Eagle. The engine is AMC 360 CI cubic inch. That's what the CI stand for. V8. Transmission is Chrysler Torque Flight automatic. A quadra-track 4-wheel drive. The Jeep J Series trucks went under many names during their 25-year run for 1963 to 1988. They started as a Gladiators, transitioned to a J2000S and J4000S before finally landing on the late 1970s, or let's see, landing on the J10 and J-20 names. These trucks were already getting old by the late 1970s, so to entice new customers, Jeep decided to add more creature comforts and let's see, modern design touches. 3 special trim levels were added to the line as a result of this effort. Honcho 10-4 and Golden Eagle, each package added exclusive decals and interior designs. True to its name, the Golden Eagle sports golden pinstripes and a large eagle motif on the hood. Yeah, it's like Indian stuff. This rare vehicle is a stunning shape and has less than 30,000 miles on the clock. See, that's Indian style. But you know, you got that Phoenix on the Pontiac. That, you know, kind of like, but you know, you get the idea. 1970. Then this is a 1968 Ford F-250. It's a 360 cubic inch. 360. 8-cylinder. Let's see, 179 horsepower. 4,000 RPM. Transmission automatic C6. Top speed is 75 miles per hour. Mom bought me a tradesman when they had the ranch out there with Elmer and them acting for Elmer. They bought, I don't know, I bought a farm truck. It was in nice condition. Gave back to Dad though. Now this is an international. Imagine that. Let's see. What does it say about it? It says this is a 1958 International A110. Let's see, engine. Black Diamond is a 240 cubic inch inline 6. Now see, that's what this had, was an inline 6. And what's crazy is I brushed the gear in it, going down there and messing around, driving it with a bunch of junk in it, and I went to a higher gear right on, it was Lake Street, coming up from 24th and Lake. They had a bunch of stuff was supposed to be dumped off, took it to the dump and stuff. I went down there to cut grandma grass and everything, but I was on the front. I just couldn't resist going down there on 24th and Locust and drive by to see if Lori was sitting out on her stoop. You know, one of them things, man, where your intentions wasn't to be no fool, but you know, you keep trying to get a person to see your light, but they're already doing something else. Anyway, moving right along. Let's see, the International A Series was introduced in mid-1957 to commemorate International Harvester's 50th anniversary of truck production. It replaced the previous S Series of the truck. The redesign was remarkable. A clean slate for the International pickups. For the first time in nearly a decade, A Series trucks were exceptionally modern and stylish for their time, sporting a sleek a seal hole wraparound windshield. So hoot, or is that what that is? So I guess wraparound a windshield. And doing away with Wakey running boards of prior generation, these trucks were headed Turners back in the 50s, let's see, and they still are today. International only made this model for a year. That's a salute, right? Yeah. A sleek salute wrapped around windshield. Well, now y'all know how I spell salute. When you be like, doing a lot of talk because you heard the word a lot, but there's how you spell it. Salute. SILHOUETTE. Salute. Wrapped around sporting a sleek salute, right? So, right? I don't know. You just gotta see it how you see it. Seal, SIL, seal, and then haughty, right? So haughty, salute. That's how you say it quick, right? And they done away with the running boards. These trucks were head turns back in the 1950s, and they still are today. International only made this model for a year and a half before debuting the Series B truck, making the A Series quite rare. This 1958 A110 is a stunning condition thanks to a full frame-off restoration. It was restored to factory specifications and features the original numbers matching drivetrain. Yeah, like it's at somewhere. Now, see, when you go to Alabama, like, I don't know, uh, I didn't show y'all or turn y'all on. But when I went there, man, it was a bunch of these that they was rusty. When I say rusty, they was like this, just weathered, just been there a long time. But there was a bunch of cars and trucks and stuff, all, man, just side by side. And when you turn the corner, when you riding on the road, you turn the corner and you see it and you wonder, why is it sitting there and its gate is there? And it's not like it's been tarred or nothing, but it ain't a bunch of weeds around it either, just on the outside. And then when you see the front of the gate, then you look and you see all these cars and trucks and different stuff. And you say to yourself, man, I know I won't get something, but you got to understand this. It's not there for a reason, because they would have been got them. Somebody would have been went and bought them cars. So I figure it must be like this here, that then turn into a landmark. That's one of the ways you can keep it. It turns is what they call a grandfather's clause, and or the original man or people that they may be there. Brockway 260. Hold on. I just zoomed past all of this, man, showing y'all just let me go back down here, man. Let me give y'all thorough, since I'm here. Look at here. Hitler drove the shit out of these. This is a 1963 Mercedes Unimog. It's a 6-cylinder Mercedes Benz. It's an M180 2.2 liter, right? With the transmission 6-speed, as you can see, right? and top speed is 90 miles an hour, right? Or 50, well, kilometers per hour, and 55 miles per hour. This is 1963, but before then, because the wars and all them wars was like before and during 1940s. Now make no mistake. Like, no. What's the name? The woman just loved him to death. She was a actress. She died with him in that bunker when he finally decided it was over with. He used the Boy Scouts. He was down the Boy Scouts. The main soldiers all got crushed. And then you had Kessler. He committed, so he had one of them cyanide pills in his mouth if he ever got captured. But you see, it's research, right? Do research. So that if you ever hear about it, somebody talk about it, you can know the truth about it. And that's up to you what you condone and what you don't condone. You dig? But he was a fool. What's crazy is he was trying to clone people that have blue eyes and blonde hair. And that's what made people really afraid of going to any hospitals and stuff, because they would make some sort of research out of you. You know, test dummy, if you will. Some kind of test. And it was quick to throw somebody in the insane asylum. None at least he had black hair and black eyes, or brown. And, you know, ain't nothing worse with waking up and not knowing what the day bring, whether you're going to be alive or not. Because he might choose you like Saddam Hussein. You don't know what you did. He just bring you out there and chop your head off. After, let's see, yeah, what else about him? Then he was a dope addict. A straight up dope addict. He was intravenous use. He had a best to the shit, which was straight up heroin. There's your Mack trucks, baby. Started right where? 1964. But what crazy is, yeah, so, and if you didn't have blonde hair and blue eyes, he was just euthanizing you. So you would love him. I don't think so after that. It must be insane.
And the 65 Ford, I think it's right here. Excuse us.
Excuse me. All right. The Mack truck. Now, I noticed they just got the chrome, right? They don't have the gold chrome. gold chrome one have to have OEM parts, all original parts. Yeah, all original parts. Y'all work ski. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was crazy, man. So, so if you still in love with him and what he stood for, you crazy. Something wrong. So even if you did have blue eyes and blind hair, this is 1944, 1947, 1948. There's another 1948. That's gas. 19, that's gas. So 6-cylinder gas. And here goes the Cummings, right? 1955. Now I'm done with that. 1963. Huh. 1963, look. Day cab. 1960. I had it spread out. 1964. Here's a Lodestar. Let me see. Here's another 19. Here's another International. It's a 1956 International. All Scott engine. All and Scott engine. Y'all have to bear with me because I'm just going with my eyes see. I'm trying to bring you along with me. You know, I still ain't figured out. I be seeing a lot of trucks with a big old W on it. Maybe this is what I keep saying. It'd be a C right there on that motif, as they say right there, the badge up there. It'd be a big old W. I don't know what that is. This conveyor some wheat or some grain or something. What does it say it do? Let's see. In shelling service. See, 1963 International Lodestar. Now they got the other one talking about the engine in it was Landstar, but this is Lodestar. I guess which I don't want to say it right, but equal with a corn sheller. Okay, that's a corn sheller. Mm-hmm. Lodestar 17. 1,700 acted as a stationary combine before combines were widely used. Farmers should wood pick, and dry the corn before calling a mobile sheller like this. To help complete the process, the cab is constructed entirely of steel and houses a 4-cylinder Detroit diesel engine to power the sheller. As the truck didn't move during the shelling process, a rotating screen cage was placed on the front grille to prevent the radiator from getting clogged. Dust and shell particles were released when shelling took place, and the screen cage helped prevent what was floating in the air from the harm of the machine. The owner of this truck had a successful business. In his peak years, he shelled approximately 1 million bushels of corn. You get a million with this truck. Yeah. What's the name of we in Iowa? My Classic Cars. I haven't seen one. One of his shows that depicts talking about he come in here and just look. But if you notice, these except for up front, all these is in the 50s and 40s, something like that. So far. Vacuum brace. Let's see, it says here, this is a GMC T-23B. General Motors truck. Ellis. Mount Pleasant, Iowa, right? 10 truckers. Let's see, Ellis. Grandson still attends our annual truckers jamboree. Livestock shipped to market in this truck is assured against death and crippling in the Hartford Fire Insurance Company of Hartford, Connecticut. Yeah, there go that. Back in the day, it wasn't nothing to see big elk and stuff like that. Yeah. Moving right along here. In 1947. Yeah, some big logs did it. EQX. Jim Douglas. Number 7. T-44. There go another tractor on the back. Oh, I say, man. Jersey? You from Jersey? I'm from Jersey, Boise, Idaho. 1939. Mac BX. So y'all, your generation today, there you go. Your great, 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 great. There you go in 1929. It did 15 to 20 miles per hour. And on top speed, it did 45 miles per hour. Let's see, this one did originally 35 miles per hour, but it currently does 52. What y'all do? Let's see, this Mac BX was originally purchased by George Atwell Foundation Company in New York City in 1939. It was believed to have been purchased to help haul steel beam and other equipment for the completion of construction of a part of Radio City Music Hall. In 1985, Tom Spencer purchased the Mac and completely restored it. Restored the body, the engine, and the chassis are all original from 1939, which coincidentally was the first year Mac used this engine model. While this specific engine used gasoline, the same block was used in the soon to follow 519 Lenovo, which was Mac's first ever diesel engine. Remember that name, Lenovo. See, the winch on the back of the truck is typical of what would have been found on the truck in that era. The Iowa 80 Truck Museum purchased this truck from Tom Spencer in 2011. Yeah, I guess so. Because otherwise, some of the stuff be right in a field somewhere, man, just rusting away. But it's all about sentiments. You dig? Would it hurt you more than it hurt the next person to see, oh, you know what, oh, it's just going to, yeah. But that was the last thing they touched. That was the last thing they did, whatever, whomever, you dig. And they go back to that, person, whoever it is touched, So what they feel? I feel the same way. I don't give a if it rusts to death. It's gonna hurt you more than it hurts me, right? To see it just sitting there. It's theirs. It ain't yours. It's going with them. Don't care if it rusts to all the way to pieces to nothing, just dust. But anyway, and then you always come back to it. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. Anybody that know the person that hands ever touched this stuff, man, let me tell you something right now. You know, they live on. As soon as you get old, and moving right along, like I'm saying. Whoever it belongs to, and they have. Oh, hold on.